notices are already beginning to go out to tell people their health insurance costs are going up by 50% or 70%. People now, parents that are off buying back to school things for their kids, are seeing backpacks up 30% because of his stupid tariff wars, and pens and pencils costing even more. They're having to tell their kids they can't engage in certain extracurricular activities because they just don't have the money. People losing their health care, their costs are going up. This guy ran on a platform of bringing down the cost of the American people, and he's a failure. He's a failure. Costs continue to rise, but take solace in this. As you, the American people, are paying more and more for your everyday lives, Donald Trump's economy is going great. His personal economy is great. He's building a $200 million ballroom for himself. He just got his third Air Force One. He's making more money for himself and his family than he ever has in his whole life put together. He doesn't give a rat's ass about you. Not in California, not in Texas. He only cares about himself. It is his underlying corruption that is responsible for the reason why you are struggling hard to make a living. And we are going to fight back. We're going to make sure that here in California, your vote matters. If they're going to play with fire, we're going to fight fire with fire. And let me just say this to quote our wonderful governor, Donald Trump, thank you for your attention to this matter. It is now my great pleasure to recognize my wonderful colleague, Alex Padilla. Thank you, Alex, for all your amazing leadership.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. And I have a question for the people of California. Are we ready to stand up for our democracy? Are we ready to speak up for our democracy? Are we ready to vote this November and defend our democracy? I thought so. Look, let me also add a little bit more light as to why we are here in this moment. It's been nearly 7 months of this Trump administration. And when we stop and look at it, you can't help but come back to the words costs, chaos, and corruption. Right? The costs on working families keep going up and up. These failed tariff wars are increasing costs for us. When you deport workers in agriculture and construction, you can't wonder why the cost of housing goes up and the cost of food goes up. Billionaires are getting their tax breaks, but working families are paying the price. Chaos. It's not just these on again, off again tariff wars out of the White House. It's what's happening as communities are terrorized in the city of Los Angeles, throughout the state of California and beyond. That's right, when masked agents come out of unmarked cars and disappear people, that is intentionally created chaos, violating the Constitution. Not just bad for democracy, it's also bad for the economy. But worst of all is the corruption. And I won't get into the ways that Donald Trump and the whole family is enriching themselves by leveraging this position. We're here to talk about what's happening in Texas and California as it pertains to redistricting. When Donald Trump calls officials in Texas and says, give me 5 more Republican seats, didn't it sound the same as when he called the Secretary of State in Georgia after losing in 2020 and saying, find me 11,000 more votes? It's corruption. He's trying to rig the system. One of the earlier speakers said extraordinary times call for extraordinary measures because we're not living in normal times. In normal times, a political party in power would be proud of their accomplishments and they'd be running on their record asking for voters to keep them in power. That's not what's happening right now. with Donald Trump and complicit Republicans in Congress gutting health care, threatening Social Security, undermining the Constitution with this immigration enforcement deportation agenda obsession they have of 3,000 arrests per day. They know they're not just unpopular, they're wrong. And the only hope they have of keeping power next November is to rig the system. And so that's what they're doing. They're rigging the lines, they're rigging the system, they're trying to rig next year's election, and California's not going to stand for it. Como mi hermano David Huerta, unas palabras en español. Claro que se puede porque juntos podemos. Estamos aquí anunciando el esfuerzo que los líderes de California están listos de tomar para defender nuestra democracia nacional. Todo hay tiempo para los líderes de Texas que decidan hacer lo correcto y no entregar a Donald Trump lo que él está exigiendo. Cuando él llama al gobernador y los legisladores de Texas diciendo, deme 5 más distritos republicanos, es como cuando llamó al secretario de Estado de Georgia después de haber perdido la elección el 2020, cuando les pidió, encuéntreme 11,000 más votos. Estos no son tiempos normales. Tiempos normales en nuestro gobierno, nuestra política, es un partido en poder, orgullosos de sus logros, defendiendo su récord ante los votantes, pidiendo apoyo para seguir en la mayoría, seguir en el poder. Pero vean lo que ha ocurrido los últimos 7 meses. Recortes a programas de salud. Costos aumentando para familias trabajadoras cada día más, poniendo en riesgo el seguro social. Bien saben que no es una agenda popular y bien saben que es una agenda dañosa a nuestro país. En vez de defender su récord, en vez de hablar de sus logros, quieren cambiar las reglas de nuestra democracia y quieren asegurar que los líderes en poder en Texas decidan las elecciones, no los votantes. Es un ataque a la democracia de Texas y de California y la democracia nacional. Pero en California nos vamos a parar, nos vamos a poner a trabajar y vamos a defender a nuestra democracia. Este noviembre los votantes de California van a determinar si seguimos con una democracia fuerte o no. Es la cuestión, la pregunta de hoy. So this November, the people of California will stand up and speak up and determine whether we defend our democracy, because California is proud to lead. California always leans in on the biggest challenges, not just for our state, but for our nation. And we're going to do it together, because a wise governor that I know is fond of saying, if you want to go far, go alone. Excuse me, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And the person who has brought us together for this fight of all fights is our friend, Governor Gavin Newsom.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys, for being here. Thank you.
When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win.
Thank you. Thank all of you. In the spirit of that African proverb that Senator Padilla was referencing. You want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. And I look back at this audience, and I look at all of you united in this cause, and I'm reminded where we are at this precious moment in time. We are in Los Angeles. The most diverse city in the most diverse county, in the most diverse state, in the world's most diverse democracy. And I've long believed that the world looks to us, to all of you, to see that it's possible to live together and advance together and prosper together across every conceivable and imaginable difference. What makes LA great, what makes California great, and what makes the United States of America great is that at our best, we don't tolerate our diversity, we celebrate our diversity. And it's a point of pride because we're all in this together. Where are we? At Democracy Center. And right outside, at this exact moment, are dozens and dozens of ICE agents. Donald Trump, you think it's coincidental? No. Donald Trump and his minions, Tom Homan, tough guy, clearly decided, coincidentally or not, that this was a location to advance ICE arrests. Indiscriminate? Perhaps. We'll find out later. It was certainly indiscriminate when a 15-year-old disabled boy had a gun put to his head in Los Angeles trying to go to school just a few days ago. I met with it. I don't need to belabor this, except I want to level set. People are scared. People are fearful. You had a United States Senator that was thrown down to the ground in a federal building. Alex Padilla. J.D. Vance's name is Alex Padilla, not Jose Padilla. That's the Vice President of the United States. It's another museum not so far away from us. Talks about those 53 days. Some of you know what I'm referring to. Wake up, America. This is a serious moment. Wake up to what's going on. Wake up to the fear, the anxiety. Wake up to what's happening, not just here in Los Angeles, where we saw our streets militarized. We saw our due process